All right, today we're going to talk about writing linear equations. There's two different forms that we're going to focus on, and the first one here is slope-intercept form. Okay, two things that you need for slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. There's two things you need to go directly into this formula. Okay, you need your slope, which is your m, and you need your y-intercept, which is your b. Now, if you can get those two things, you can go directly into slope-intercept form. Okay? Understand, if you are not able to get your y-intercept, if you can't find that at all, you're going to have to start off using a different format. You're going to have to start off using with point-slope form, and then we can solve for y. Okay? The other format we have today is point-slope form. Point-slope form is y minus y1 equals m parentheses x minus x1. Okay. In order to use this, you need a point, okay, x comma y, and usually you say x1, y1, and we need our slope, okay, Rm. Now we're going to look at 5 different problems, and here are our first couple. These are on your worksheet, so follow along on the worksheet, and you'll be able to get the answers. For this first one, it says, write the slope-intercept form. That's the first thing I need to make sure I pay attention to is how do they want my problem written. So there's slope-intercept form. Okay? And they give me 2 pieces of information. They give me my slope, my m, and they give me my y-intercept, my b. So all I really have to do is put those numbers in the correct place. It's mx, so m is 4, so it's 4x. Y-intercept is 3, so plus 3. And that'd be my slope-intercept form. Okay? For number 2 also asks for slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. Now, when I first look at this, it's not necessarily evident that I have a y-intercept. I see that I have my slope, but this looks like just a point. But this is no ordinary point. This is what I would call a y-intercept in disguise. Okay, how do you know if it's a y-intercept in disguise? The x value is 0. If the x value is 0, the other number happens to be your y-intercept. It's just not as obvious as it is in number 1. So for number 2, we have our slope, which is 1/2. Since that is a y-intercept in disguise, that is, our y-intercept would be 4. So I would be able to go ahead and write my slope-intercept form. Be y equals 1/2 x plus 4. Number 3. To start off, got to look at the instructions. It says write the slope-intercept form. Got to pay attention to that every time. So I can write it down here. Y equals mx plus b. Now, everything is on the graph in this particular one, but I have to think to myself, can I find those 2 pieces of information? And I look here, and I do have a I do have a y-intercept. Okay, it crosses the y-axis at -2. So I know my y-intercept is -2. I can also get a slope because I'm able to find a second point on this line. It is a positive slope, and I'm going to have to follow this rise over run. 1, 2, 3 for my rise, and 1 for my run. So my slope is 3 over 1, which I'm going to just simplify to be 3. So my slope-intercept form would be y equals 3x minus 2. Okay, the only difference, I had to actually find the information. It wasn't just, it was on the graph, but it didn't just tell me what it is. The last slope-intercept problem today is this one given 2 points. Now, the first thing I like to pay attention to is, do I have a y-intercept? And if I look here, this particular point does happen to be a y-intercept in disguise. So I know I'm going to have the y-intercept here, and my y-intercept is going to be 3. So I have that part. Now what I don't have is a slope. Lucky they gave me 2 points. And if they gave me 2 points, I can find my slope. So let's go ahead and find our slope here. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Well, -1 minus 3 is -4. -3 minus 0 is -3. And I do need to simplify this. Negative divided by negative does make this a positive 4/3. So I have my slope and y-intercept. I can go ahead and write my equation. Y equals 4/3 x plus 3. Okay, so those are some different ways for slope-intercept form. They aren't the only ways, but they are a few. The last one we want to look at here is how to write something in point-slope form. So the instructions are different. It says write the point-slope form. Now point-slope form is this: y minus y1 equals m parentheses x minus x1. And I have to look at what I have. In order to write something in this format, I need to have a point and I need to have a slope. Well, I do have a point. Here's my x1, y1. Okay? And this particular point, if you recognize, this is not a y-intercept in disguise. It's just a point. Okay? It's at 1, -1, and my slope, they tell me, is 3. So I have my m. All I have to do is plug it in. So I have y, it says minus y1. Well, y1's -1, so instead of writing minus -1, we're going to write plus 1. My m, my slope is 3. Then I have x, it says minus x1. My x1 is 1, so I have minus 1. And this would be my point slope form. These are the 5 problems that are going to be on your worksheet. Go ahead and finish up your worksheet. If you need to check it, you can go ahead and check it with the teacher that you have. You guys have a great day. Bye.